just like I told the team, great pitching performance by Hagen. Uh, a lot of contributions offensively up and down the lineup. It was just a really good team win on the road. Hagen's stuff was amazing, especially from about the third inning on. He ramped it up a little bit. He was amazing.
Tom, go ahead.
We got an Amber Alert going off right now too, so sorry. How big was it to see Kendall getting back on the horse, basically, with not one but two run scoring hits for you tonight?
That was big. I commented to the team afterwards that, just to get him going a little bit, he drove in 4 runs. He got the big hit that gave us 2-run lead, and then got another hit there later. It was a big run at the time, and yeah, we need him. And just kind of put him down there in the order, hoping those guys would get on in front of him, and he would have an opportunity to drive in some runs, and he did it.
Yeah, and then you didn't have to use Gackle tonight. Just kind of went McIntyre and Carter. How big was that for you?
It was big. We talked about that as well, that Matt came in and gave us a couple innings, and then obviously Carter's pitching in the rain, and man, there was a couple of pitches that were extremely close that he didn't get. And he hung in there, and he gave us a chance to save our bullpen. He's still building up, and I told him he's gonna pitch in some leverage situation before the season's over, and we appreciated him getting us through that inning. And but yeah, we got to save our bullpen a little bit.
Hutch?
Dave, going back to Diggs, this obviously hasn't been the season he probably hoped for. Just what have you seen from him, like at practice, kind of behind closed doors, or how he's handled all this?
Well, I thought he's done a good job. I mean, it's been tough on him, and it's he had the injury and a lot of soreness, and he battled back, and had a pretty good weekend at South Carolina. Midweek didn't go great, but tonight did. We needed it tonight. That's the way I look at it. Just throw all the other stuff out the window and let's just move forward. And all that really matters is what's in front of us anyway. So, I think he's been really mature about it and done a great job.
You already talked a little bit about Hagen and how incredible he was tonight, but I want to ask you specifically about the 5th inning where they got the leadoff walk and got him to third, and he got back-to-back strikeouts to get out of it. Just kind of what did you see from him in that sequence and how he got out of that jam for you?
Well, what I saw was a guy that was determined to not let him score. And, we had runners on second and third. We had just tied the game up. They had runners at second, third, 1 out. And I brought the infield in, and I don't bring the infield in like that very much. But I just had a feeling that if they did make contact, that they were going to get jammed. And I just didn't want to give them a cheap run. There was a possibility they could get a cheap hit, but, he didn't need his infield. He just needed his catcher. And it was great to see. He got after him.
Jackson?
Hey Coach. Of course, Smith had the great night with 14 strikeouts, but what really looks like it helped y'all in the top of the 6th and the top of the 7th when y'all string together those back-to-back big innings. Just what was working for the team there?
I think in the beginning, it seemed like Holt maybe drew a walk, and I don't know. There was a McLaughlin slapped one down the line the other way, and we were off and rolling a little bit. I don't remember exactly what went down there, but we also took some walks too. There was a couple of 3-2 walks and drove in a couple runs, and then obviously got a couple big hits. But I just think guys were patient, tried to wait him out a little bit. And the key when you put together an inning like that, you have to get some help. Usually make an error or walk, and we got the walks, but we didn't hit into a double play. I mean, we just laid off some borderline pitches when we were ahead in the count, and that's what spurred some guys on. Got a couple big hits and walks, and there you go. I mean, we popped 6 runs like that and finished the game off pretty much right there, the way our bullpen's been pitching.
And you just talked about bullpen. McIntyre threw 2 shutout innings. Do you think he's gotten out of that tough stretch he's had over the past few games?
Yeah, I think he threw good the other day too. We wanted to get him out there in the midweek, and I think we had a decent lead when we had him out there, but we just wanted him to throw. I think it was Tuesday. We needed to throw him on Tuesday, so we would have him available to throw Friday. So, which was tonight, obviously. And then we were able to get him out of there after like 38 pitches or 39 pitches and, possibly be able to use him for an inning, maybe tomorrow or even Sunday, one of the two.
Jackson. Or sorry. Oh no, right Jackson. Jackson Fuller. Two Jacksons.
Yeah, Dave. McIntyre tonight, he looked great, but there were a couple of moments he's like slapping his leg, a little frustrated with himself. I mean, do you feel like he's still kind of going through solving things, or and you enjoy kind of seeing that, determination a little bit on the mound?
Well, I think he was a little frustrated with himself because he got behind in the count. I think one time he walked somebody or whatever he did. It bothered him a little bit because we had a big lead, and when we started getting him ready, we were only up, I don't know, a run, might have been tied when we started getting him ready because, we were just about, I guess we had a 3-run lead, but the next thing you know, we got, I don't know, 8 or 9 run lead. And he came in and pitched like the game was tight. And that's what I liked. I liked the way he attacked it, knowing that we had the game, in hand if we just didn't give him anything. And I think that's where his frustration came from, is that he got behind in the count a couple times and he also walked a hitter. And but I think, he always pitches a little bit of motion, and he wants the ball when the game's on the line. He wants the ball anytime. And like I said, I'm really glad that we got to get him out of there and, possibly have him again this weekend.
The big inning, how much does you think Kendall's at bat earlier in the game maybe contribute to that single, and just that maybe a little bit of added confidence there from early on carrying over?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps. Obviously, the big hit, the dugout lit up after that because that put us up 2, and then we got the flare base hit, put us up 3, and then Hagen goes out and has a really good 6th inning, and we knew he was done. He knew he was done, I think, and the confidence rolled over into the 7th. 3 good at bats, and we were rolling again.